Hello again. I know it's been a while since my last video, but things have been kind of up and down, I guess you could say, in a way. At times more down than up. But I wanted to post a video, a little update on life happenings here. Firstly, I think I remember, if I remember correctly, there was a video I posted last fall, I think, where I mentioned my daughter being living with us and her daughter, and then she decided to move back to Kentucky. So this little bit of news has to do with her. About, I don't know, 15 or 20 years ago probably, she went through, she had cancer in her right knee down there close to the bone, and they went in, and back then, and I mean, she was living in Kentucky, I was living up here. So we've kind of had a long distance daddy-daughter, well, my oldest son too, but I'll get to him in a minute. But we had a long distance relationship. Wasn't real close, but you know, we knew each other was who we knew who we were. We knew we loved each other. So she went through that cancer spell, and they at that time got all of it, and you know, she was doing fine up until recently, and the cancer's back in her right leg and knee, and we're waiting on the diagnostics to see what the prognosis. We do know that it is cancer, and she has a bone fracture in that right knee. She's got a PET scan scheduled that they'll be doing, so they can, you know, see, hopefully, that it's not spread. So we're waiting to see, and we're going to go from there. She's in the hospital in Louisville, Kentucky. Well, not now, but she was in the hospital, but she's in her hometown now, Campbellsville, there in central Kentucky. And talked to her yesterday, and she sounds up and down. You know, I mean, I can't really imagine. The minute you hear someone say cancer, it's, you know, oh my gosh, my life's over, and you know, and all this. But it sometimes isn't. So she's trying to stay up, and we're trying to, you know, I am, especially since I'm almost 600 miles away. Stay positive, talk to her, and like I said, she sounds positive at times, and she's trying to stay positive too for her daughter. So next Tuesday, I think it's this coming Tuesday. Today is Today's not Sunday. Today's Friday, the 30th. And she's supposed to have an appointment Tuesday, I believe. And then I think they're going to schedule that PET scan too. So y'all send some positive thoughts out towards the Kentucky area and out towards my way, and we'll all think positive together. So that's my daughter Whitney, and my oldest son Benjamin. Hello, Mr. Bluebird. By the way, the Bluebird box has 4 eggs in it. I think I posted that on a short. But anyway, getting back to my oldest son Benjamin. He had been struggling in his marriage for a good while. You know, I don't want to say bad things about anybody, but she's not the best of. She could be a better person. We all could be better. You know, don't get me wrong. Or I have faults too. But he was struggling in that relationship, and it got to be almost unbearable for him. And we had talked you know, we've been talking off and on about him possibly moving away and ending the relationship, getting out of the relationship. They were married, and so he decided on May the 19th, well, it was the Friday before May the 19th, so that would have been on May the 16th, on Friday, May the 16th, he moved up here, and they're going through a divorce, and he's living here with us, working. He transferred, he had a delivery route with Frito-Lay, and they got a distribution center close by, and so he's working from there and living here with us. And so he's been here since May the 15th, the 16th. So he's been here 2 weeks today, actually, and working, and he's you know, he's doing good. He's doing a lot better. We think he's doing better. Of course, he's struggling, getting used to, you know, the difference in socioeconomic differences between Kentucky and Pennsylvania. But he seems to be making the adjustment pretty good. We have him in the spare room here, and you know, he has his own car and his own finances he's taking care of, and in a way, it's nice having one of my kids here. I mean, it was nice having Whitney here too last fall. But, you know, while he's here, he's a healthy young man, and a lot more energy than I have. Of course, he's a lot younger than me, but he's helping around here. When I ask him to do stuff, he don't hesitate. He'll even ask me if I need anything done, and I'll have him mow the yard for me when it needs it the next time, or whatever I need to do. We got to do some chainsawing around. I want to get rid of a couple of old weed trees, and he'd be helping me do that. And he's in the process of getting his PA driver's license. First, he's got to have his birth certificate mailed up here. A whole lot of stuff you got to do. It's been so long since I moved up from Kentucky, I don't remember what all I did, but he's going through doing all that now, and he seems to be making the adjustment a lot better than his sister did. And you know, I don't hold no faults against Whitney for not making the adjustment. She decided, you know, she'd be better off getting back down to Kentucky, so we don't hold that against her. That decision was hers. Love her just the same as the day she was born. So and we told her she's always welcome back. So she's struggling now, really going through some tough times with that cancer diagnosis, and hopefully it will turn out to where maybe it is just contained in that right leg, knee area, and if she has to have it removed, well, then we'll go and do what we need to do. And that about brings you up to date on stuff around here. The spring garden, everything's that's due to bloom in spring is blooming now. I would walk around out in the yard, but it's a little wet and a little damp, and trying to get some rain come in, and so I'll not do that. Maybe I'll do that in the next video or something. I was actually going to try to make a screen recording of me editing a photo in Photoshop. I mentioned in one of my, I think, last video about a course I've taken and I'm studying on with several others that Blake Rudis has developed through his F.64 Academy photography group, and he's created several Photoshop panels for photographers and courses that go along with the panels. And so that's helping my photography a whole lot. I want to do a video, editing video on a photo, and show you guys the panel, and maybe you'll be interested in checking out F.64 Academy and seeing what that's all about. It's probably the best online investment in my photography that I've ever made, is joining that unique group. There's all kinds of photography groups and people that know all this stuff about Photoshop and all the other software, editing software you can get and use. But there's only one Blake Rudis, and I'm just so thankful for coming across him and the way he does things and the way he teaches. So anyway, I'll drop a link in the description for his F.64 Academy. And I want to thank you all for watching. And again, keep my daughter and my son in your thoughts. Send some positive vibes out to us. We really appreciate it. And I'll let you guys go. Thanks for watching. I appreciate all of my subscribers. And as my good buddy, Marvelous Marv, always says, until next time, until next video, y'all be easy. Peace.